Hi, this is in my balance series of videos, and today we're going to be looking at how the three key balance systems of the body interact and coordinate. So that's the visual system, the way your eyes orientate you to the environment you're in, the space around you. The vestibular system, which is your inner ear, which as you move around and your head moves in different positions, your inner ear helps you always come back to where the horizon is, what your level upright position is. And then thirdly, your proprioception, which is your body's ability to sense where you are in space. And that's an unconscious thing that's happening all the time. And your proprioception works through these little mechanoreceptors that are all over your body, in all the joints and through all your connective tissue and different tissues. And a lot of them are obviously concentrated in your feet and ankles, so that when you're upright and your feet are the only thing in contact with the floor, you've got a lot of feedback from your feet to your brain, working out where you are in space and all those tiny changes in position you're making. So today we're going to look at how those three systems coordinate and how you can challenge them in a way that makes your balance feel stronger and just you feel you can access good stability. So we're just going to start standing up, and to start with, look all the way up to the ceiling and then look all the way down to the floor, and we're just moving the head really slowly up and down. And then bring your head back to centre and slowly turn your head as far as you can to one side, and then as far as you can to the other side. Okay, and now we're going to do that with a little bit more of awareness of the eyes and how they're looking. So think of the eyes as leading the way or leading the movement. Start looking forward and then slowly let your eyes go upwards. Your head can follow until your chin's lifted and you're looking up at the ceiling. Let the eyes lead the way and start to look down until you're looking all the way down at the floor. And then bring your eyes back up to centre, and we'll do the same to the side. So the eyes are leading, looking to the side, looking a little bit behind you. Eyes will lead to bring you back to centre. So this is a directional change of the head. Eyes all the way to the other side. And then back to centre. Let's just do the side to side one more time and get used to this feeling of being a bit more aware of what your eyes are doing and how your eyes can almost lead the movement. All the way to the other side and back to the centre. So because our feet were nice and steady and planted in the ground, even though that is challenging your visual system a little bit as you look around at different places, and also challenging your vestibular system with a directional change of your head and your inner ears just working out where you are. We're nice and steady because our feet are planted, so now we'll challenge that a little bit more. So this time we're going to take our arms forward and have your thumbs lifting up, and to start with just look off into the far distance, so you're not looking at your thumbs. You can even use your side vision, so you're using your peripheral vision and your wide vision there, and then switch from that to looking at your thumbs. So you've just narrowed and shortened your focus, and then switch to looking wide again. So we're just seeing how the different ways that eyes can kind of zone in and zone out like a camera lens, so that it can really check out what's going on around us. And then from there, take one of your thumbs and watch it as it goes out to the side. Keep watching your thumb with your eyes. Your head can turn a bit as well. Thumb goes a little bit behind you. And then watch your thumb coming back to centre. So now we've given the eyes something to focus on that requires the head to move as well, which is what happens in everyday life. You turn your head to check where cars are, what's happening. You're trying to look at a particular spot. Let's do one more to each side. So you're tracking your thumb. And just thinking about how this is combining your visual system with your vestibular system. And back to centre. Okay, and then relax that. For the next bit, we're going to stack our legs in a line. So you've got one foot in front of the other. Look forward and just let your balance settle. obviously you've created a much narrower base now, so you might feel a little bit more sway through your body. So let that kind of settle down until you feel quite balanced. And then bring your thumbs and arms up again. And we're going to repeat that movement. So choosing one thumb, slowly taking it out to the side and tracking the thumb with your eyes. And I'm sure you've immediately noticed your feet start wobbling around the minute you start turning your head to the side. So here's your proprioception in your feet and ankles, kind of ramping up a gear because you've got a little bit more challenge once your head starts moving around and your eyes start moving around. Let's step the other foot forward and do one more. So this is just a little move that helps us feel our proprioception, particularly the feet and ankles moving around. And at the same time, we're aware our head is moving, our eyes are having to move to see what's to the side and behind us. So everything gets a little bit of challenge. And then let your arms go down at the front. And this is another little way we can feel vestibular and visual system being a team, is just let your spine be soft and start to fold forward, bending your knees as much as you like, tap the floor with your hands, and then bring yourself back upright, look forward and tune into your wide vision again. So this is a level change where we're taking the head down and back up again, body's going down and back up again. And so your vestibular system is having to really work and check where level is and bring you back to upright. And with the feet a little bit narrow, you just get a feeling of a little bit of proprioception joining in there as well. Okay, the next one we're going to do is, again, just feeling the vision, the head, and the feet all together. So come to the back of your mat or a rug if you've got one. And we're just going to put one foot half on the mat or the rug and half the foot off, and then the other foot will be completely off. So the foot that's half on the mat will be able to feel two different surfaces, one a little bit higher than the other. And see if you can bring the other foot onto the edge of your mat or rug, and then you're just going to slowly walk down, leaving some space between each foot. And you can probably notice your feet feeling their way, trying to find the edge there. And then when you get to the end, just turn around and walk your way back. Now you might notice you're looking down or you want to look down, so that's fine, just looking down. So if you watch your feet walking along the edge, that's easier. You kind of let your eyes help you to look exactly where you're going. So for the next one, rather than look down, try stay looking forward. So you're finding your mat, looking forward the whole time. Feeling the edge of the mat with your feet, and then one more time going back. Now as you go back, you could have a go at turning your head as if you're just checking something out at the side. And what does that do to finding your spot on the mat? This adds a little bit of challenge maybe. Okay, third version of that is to do it with your eyes closed. So one thing that can help you is to start with the foot that's off the mat out to the side, so that between each step you can tap your foot out to the side. Now if this feels really a bit uncomfortable, just remember all you have to do to come back to stability is open your eyes again. So you could be opening and closing your eyes as you go along. So you could start with your eyes closed, feeling the edge of the mat with your feet. One foot can be out to the side, and then see if that foot can come to the centre and find the edge of the mat. Then the other foot could step to the side if you want to do that, and see if that one can find the edge of the mat. Remember, you can open your eyes at any time. Feel for the end of your mat, turn around, and then have a go at making your way back. Now you've probably noticed as soon as you take vision away, it's a lot wobblier. So we really challenge our proprioception. We really have the feet and ankles needing to move more to pick up more information and send it back to the brain. That's what all that wobbling is for. So just notice that that's your proprioception in action, and we've really ramped it up by closing the eyes. Hopefully you've made it to the back of your mat. So closing the eyes can be a really useful practice to zoom in on proprioception, particularly feet and ankles when you're standing, and ask it to work that little bit harder. So we're going to try that in the middle of the mat now, just closing your eyes and take a couple of steps forward. Let's go for 3. Just slowly feeling the floor with your feet, take 3 steps forward. And then if you're comfortable to, have a go at taking 3 steps backwards. And obviously that's less kind of normal movement. It might feel even a little bit more uncomfortable. And then repeat that one more time, just slowly taking your time to feel your feet pressing into the mat as you go forward. And then if you're happy to, have a go backwards as well. And just notice how that can feel a little bit uncomfortable, uneasy, and that's kind of part of the challenge really of doing that. Okay, and then we're just going to come to standing with our feet kind of hip width apart, and again close your eyes and just notice as you just breathe with your eyes closed, standing still. It isn't actually completely still. You'll probably notice your body doing a little bit of swaying. And that's your proprioception in action again. Your body finds a little bit of movement just to keep checking in with where you are in space and what's happening. So from there, see how it feels to shift your weight into one foot more and then shift over to the other side. So you're just feeling one foot pressing down into the mat with a little bit more weight, and then the same to the other side. Now you could do this with a wall, by a wall, or with a chair to hold on to, if that makes you feel a little bit more stable or secure for this next bit. You're going to push into one foot and see how it feels to take the other foot off the mat, just a few inches, floating that leg up. I'm going to see if we can stay there for 5, 4, this is where the chair or wall can come in handy, 3, 2, 1, keeping your eyes closed, bring that foot down. Shift over to the other leg and we'll have a go on the other side. So let the weight settle into that foot and leg. Pick up the other foot. Notice how much the foot that's on the floor starts to move more and kind of shimmer from side to side. And we'll see if we can hold it for 5, 4, using the wall or chair if you need, 3, 2, 1, and then bring your foot down. And you may have felt you needed to bring your foot up and down a few times during that length of time, and that's just a great way to practice. You just keep doing that, feeling, balancing on one leg. You've taken your vision away, which helps you to orientate yourself in space, and now you're really relying on your proprioception, so it's great practice. And you just keep practicing it and bringing one foot up and down as you need. So from there, go back to the first foot, lean your weight into that again. This time we're going to keep our eyes open and hover one foot off. And just notice how much easier that is. So, when you practice with your eyes closed, you really can start to feel, yes, balance does use so much vision. It is using my proprioception from my feet and ankles. And if I turn my head side to side, or even look up and down, there's the vestibular system helping to orientate me as well. Okay, let's try the other side. Eyes open this time. Hover on one leg. Again, you could be using the chair and the wall. So obviously this isn't a normal human thing to do really, to stand on one leg for any length of time. So just give yourself time to get used to this kind of practice. And you might look around side to side, up and down, and just building your awareness that you have these 3 systems that work as a team to give you stability and balance support. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. It's a great way just to bring more awareness of balance into your everyday life. You could be standing at the kitchen counter and just hover your hand off the counter, stand on one leg, see if you can count to 5, try turning your head. Little things like that can just start to build your balance confidence.